The year is 1991, the hair is big, the colors are loud, and the movies are getting, well, pretty silly. This is the golden age of the spoof. We love taking a serious movie and making it totally ridiculous. It's just what we do. People go to the cinema to laugh. They want to see their favorite stories turned completely upside down. They want jokes they can tell their friends the next day. This is, honestly, the perfect time for a new kind of parody. One that takes everything you love on TV and in movies and smashes it all together. It's a beautiful, hilarious mess. We looked at the box office, we looked at the TV ratings. So what did people love? They loved scary sharks, they loved slow motion running on the beach, they loved singing dinosaurs and robot children. It was a strange time for sure. So we thought, why not put it all in one movie? Let's take the biggest hits and just throw them into a blender. The result would be the ultimate spoof. A movie so packed with gags you'd need to see it twice. Maybe honestly 3 times. Once just to understand what you just saw. It's a guaranteed recipe for comedy chaos. Our plan was simple. We would take the serious plot of Jaws and fill it with the silliest characters imaginable. Imagine a police chief trying to warn a town about a killer shark. Now, imagine that town is full of lifeguards who only care about their tans, and their only backup is a purple dinosaur who thinks the shark is just misunderstood. The comedy, honestly, writes itself. It's a simple formula. Take something serious, add something stupid, shake well, serve with popcorn. It's the kind of high-concept, low-brow entertainment that totally defines an era. The idea was born in a writer's room filled with pizza boxes and, bad ideas. We asked, what's the dumbest thing we can do? And then we did it. We wanted to create a movie that captured the spirit of 1991, a time when anything felt possible. Even a movie where a genie grants wishes to a lifeguard who is dating a robot. It's a snapshot of a gloriously weird time in pop culture. It's a love letter to everything we've found both amazing and absurd on our screens. This film would be our masterpiece of nonsense. The story begins on the sunny shores of Amity Baywatch. It's a town famous for 2 things, beautiful beaches and a complete lack of common sense. The plot is driven by a giant mechanical shark. But this shark doesn't just eat people, it sings off-key show tunes, and it has a strange habit of stealing picnic baskets. It's less of a menace and more of a nuisance.
I know the shark is dangerous, but no one will listen.
The shark is a friend to all children. Maybe it just needs a hug.
This is where our other worlds collide. The head lifeguard is Mitch Buchanan. He's too busy practicing his slow-motion run to listen to any warnings. His best friend is a robot girl named Vicky.
Calculating probability of shark attack. Ooh, ice cream truck detected.
Mitch is also in love with a beautiful woman he found in a bottle on the beach. Her name is Jeannie. She can grant wishes, but she always gets them wrong.
Mitch, you wished for a bigger boat. Here's a tiny rubber ducky.
The movie makes fun of everything. Baywatch's slow-motion running scenes are a key target. Our lifeguards run in slow motion everywhere. To the water, to the bathroom, to answer the phone. It takes them 10 minutes just to leave their lifeguard tower. We also spoof Small Wonder. Vicky the robot tries to act like a normal girl.
Applying suntan lotion to toaster, mission complete.
She tries to teach a seagull to do her chores. Her literal interpretation of every command leads to pure, unadulterated mayhem on the beach. And then there's Barney, or in our movie, a lawyer-friendly purple creature named Buddy.
The shark is just lonely. Let's organize a hug-a-shark event.
It does not go well. Jeannie tries to fix things with magic.
Oops! I turned the ocean into gelatin again. And now the shark has a top hat and a monocle.
It's a perfect storm of idiocy, a glorious tribute to the things we watched when we should have been doing homework. For a movie this brilliantly stupid, you need the perfect cast. You need actors who are totally in on the joke.
For our clueless hero, Police Chief Brody, we need Leslie Nielsen. He's the king of deadpan delivery. He could deliver the line, "We're going to need a bigger boat," while holding a fishing net full of spaghetti, and he would do it with a straight face.
He is the anchor of sanity in an ocean of madness. He's the guy who knows things are crazy, but is contractually obligated to see it through to the end. He's perfect.
For the role of our heroic lifeguard, Mitch, there's only one choice. David Hasselhoff. He's playing a parody of himself. He's all chest hair and serious expressions.
He would spend the entire movie looking dramatic while the world falls apart around him.
His co-star, playing the bubbly and magical Jeannie, would be Sandra Bullock. She has the charm and comedic timing to make the character lovable, even when her magic is causing citywide disasters. Imagine her trying to explain why the pier is now made of licorice.
It's comedy gold.
Who would play our robot child, Vicky? We need someone who can master the monotone voice and stiff movements. A young Christina Ricci would be perfect. She would deliver lines like, "My calculations indicate that running in slow motion is an inefficient method of reaching a drowning victim with perfect robotic coldness."
And for our purple dinosaur buddy, we get a stuntman in a cheap costume. The voice would be provided by someone doing a bad impression of the original. It has to look and sound slightly off. That's where the real humor lies.
The supporting cast would be a who's who of 90s television. John Stamos could have a cameo as a surfer who is constantly trying to give the shark hairstyle advice. The cast of Saved by the Bell could appear as a group of teens who are more worried about the big dance than the killer fish.
We'd fill every frame with familiar faces in unfamiliar situations. The goal is to make the audience point at the screen and say, "Hey, it's that guy," right before that guy gets hit with a flying beach umbrella. The movie would be called Barely Afloat, and honestly it would be a box office disaster. Critics would hate it, they would call it a mess. They would say it has too many jokes and not enough plot, and yeah, they would be right. But audiences would find it hilarious. It would be the kind of movie you discover on late-night cable television. You'd watch it with your friends and laugh until you cried. It's not a movie you watch for the art, you watch it for the pure, unadulterated joy of seeing a robot argue with a genie about maritime law.
According to Section 4, Subclause B, you cannot grant 3 wishes while underwater.
Oh, please, Vicky, who made you the wish police?
Over time, Barely Afloat would become a cult classic. It would be famous for being so bad, it's good. People would host viewing parties, they would quote the silly lines.
He blinked the shark into a tuxedo.
That would become a famous catchphrase. The movie would represent a specific moment in time, a time before the internet when shared cultural references came from television and the movies. It's a time capsule of everything that was wonderfully weird about the early 1990s. Its failure would be its greatest success. The legacy of the film would be its fearlessness. It dared to be dumb. In an era of serious action movies and heartfelt dramas, Barely Afloat would stand out. It would remind people that movies can just be fun. They don't always have to make sense. They can be a collection of gags held together by a thin plot. The film's charm comes from its commitment to the joke. No matter how absurd the situation gets, the characters play it straight. That's the secret sauce of a great spoof. Ultimately, Barely Afloat would be remembered fondly. It's a movie that never took itself seriously. It was made to make people laugh, and it succeeded. It's a testament to the idea that if you throw enough jokes at the screen, some of them are bound to stick. It's a film that proves that sometimes the silliest ideas are the best ones. It's the ultimate spoof movie, a beautiful, ridiculous, unforgettable train wreck. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. It's a classic precisely because it tried so hard not to be.